Aditya-L1 mission is going to be launched on 2nd of September at 11:50 a.m. from Sriharikota. And this is going to be launched on the PSLV C-57 launcher. Now this mission is, the total weight is not as much as Chandrayaan-3, so it's smaller, and so it can be launched by PSLV launch vehicle. Now this launch vehicle will be the kind of orbit it will take will be similar, the route it takes will be similar. Once it is launched, it will go on a circular orbit first, and then it will slingshot and make it into an elliptical orbit, and after 4 such orbit enhancements, it will go on to a cruise phase. So the L1 point is at 1.5 million kilometers away. So it will take about 100 to 120 days to reach the point. So that is what the whole mission is about. And then after reaching the L1 Lagrange point, it will be on a halo orbit, and the instruments start functioning from there. So now we have soft landed on the moon. So we have a foot on the moon. Now we are trying to see whether how to study the sun. So the important thing is we are living with a star, and the star actually has a lot of features which still we do not understand. For example, we know that the nuclear fusion is going on inside the sun, and that is how the sun is generating energy, and the sun is giving us light and heat from there. The surface of the sun is at 5,000 to 6,000 degree, but the corona of the sun is 1,000,000 degree Kelvin. Not only that, sun also burps, giving out a large amount of plasma, which actually affects the space weather and also the charged particles in the outer part of the solar system. So the space weather studies are also important. So the 7 payloads on the Aditya-L1 will be doing 2 kinds of experiments. One is the remote sensing, like look at the sun and collect the radiation and study. And a few of them will be actually measuring the particles present at that particular point, and also the magnetic field.
See, PSLV is a trusted workhorse of ISRO, and it's going to be used now in the launching of Aditya-L1. Aditya-L1 has to find its place eventually at a point called L1 or Lagrange 1, which is a point between the Earth-Sun line in the direction of the Sun, about 15 lakh kilometers from the Earth. So that's where the Earth and Sun's gravity balance each other, and around is a point which is not a mass but just a point. Aditya-L1 is going to be in our orbit and will be facing the Sun all the time, and then take observations and pass them on to ground stations of ISRO. But apart from this, PSLV rocket has been used for most of the launches by ISRO. It is a trusted workhorse, as they call it, and its design goes back to 1968 when Incospar was wanting to develop its own satellite launch vehicle. So there were 6 designs ready, and Dr. Vikram Sarabhai liked the design number 3, which was called SLV-3. So Dr. Abdul Kalam was roped in to develop it further, and that's how SLV-3 came into being, and then it was used for launching Rohini satellites in space, but SLV-3 had a limitation of payload mass of around 40 to 50 kg. Further development, eventually, first it became augmented satellite launch vehicle. After that, it became polar satellite launch vehicle, and its carrying capacity, rather payload bearing capacity, was increased. Now PSLV can take about 3,200 kg in low Earth orbit and about 1,400 kg in geostationary orbit.
we are just getting ready for the launch. The rocket and satellite is ready. We completed the rehearsal for the launch. So tomorrow we have to start the countdown for day after tomorrow launch.
How was it? Any updates, sir?
This is the update. So after launch we will see further.
So Chandrayaan-3 is successfully launched and world.
Chandrayaan-3 updates we are regularly posting in our website and other social media. So you are getting to know most of that. So there is nothing more I need to add now. Everything is working fine. So we are waiting for the day to end now until almost science data is coming through very well. Everything is working very healthy. And we are hopeful that by the end of the 14 days, our mission will be successfully completed. Thank you.
कामेश्वरो वै श्रवणो दधातु महाराजाय नमः ॐ राजाधिराजाय प्रसख्य साहिने नमो वयं वै श्रवणाय गुरुमहे समय कामान् कामकामाय मह्यं कामेश्वरो वै श्रवणो दधातु महाराजाय नमः.
Today, the countdown for PSLV C57 Aditya-L1 mission is starting, and tomorrow noon time we will have the launch. That's at 11:50. Then it will take almost an hour for the satellite to reach the required location and inject. So the Aditya-L1 satellite is for studying our sun, and it will take another 125 days to travel from Earth to reach the point where the satellite will look at sun, called L1 point. So I came here to pray to Changalamba Parameshwari for getting us the strength for making this launch again. Very important launch, successful.
This is a unique mission, though other two missions were flown like SOHO and other things by this European Space Agency and NASA. This we are going very close to the sun, 1.02 or not like that. That's how this mission is very unique. So at the same time, very high risk is there. Like since we are going very close to the risk, very close to the sun, so disk light leaking into the system is a big disaster. So that is taken care in the design level with tight tolerance and dimension stabilities, so that the disk light will not reach, and we have tested that in many platforms. So and after integration of all these things, it has gone through a thorough test to survive in the space environment and launch loads. And this whole test, survivalence test, everything is done in ISRO facilities. Like vibration, acoustics and thermal and all these things. And after all the tests again, the performance of the instrument was tested, and it was ensured that it is giving a same performance which was prevailing before the tests. So this ensured that our instrument will survive all these launch loads and also this orbital heating loads and other things, and it will give the same performance as well in space what it delivered in the lab.